Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everyone out there is doing well. My name is Mike, and it's time for us to get into another music reaction. So, guys, new artist to the channel here. Oh man, this is one of my favorite metalcore bands of all time. This is As I Lay Dying. This is a song Shaped by Fire. It's an official video. I'm sorry in advance if it gets blocked for visual content and if I have to put words over the little videos box. So, this is from the Shaped by Fire album from 2019. Honestly, I've heard everything before this album in their catalog, every single thing. Steven, if you're watching this, he's one of my real life friends. Me and him had seen As I Lay Dying several years back. We kind of bonded over metalcore music, and this is one of my favorite bands of all time, not even just for metal or metalcore. It's one of the first metalcore bands I ever heard, and is one of the reasons why metalcore is my favorite genre of metal. So I am very deeply and intimately familiar with their music, but after what happened to Tim, and his arrest, I just didn't listen to him anymore. I don't know if that's specifically why, maybe subconsciously why, but I knew this album came out, and I just didn't really check it out. I did hear one song from it, though, a song called My Own Grave, and that song was pretty good, to be honest. But yeah, I just never checked this album out. And this is a request, by the way. That's why we're here. This is going to be from my man Derek on the channel. So thank you, Derek, for giving me this chance to, dig back into one of their latest offerings. I know it's from 2019, and I think my friend Steven, he told me about another upcoming album. I don't know if it's already out or I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I'm eager to dip my toes back into one of my favorite bands of all time here. Yeah, so Shaped by Fire. I did look at the lyrics, and when I read these, I couldn't help but think that it had something to do with what happened to Tim, and I did confirm that, by the way, from this article from ultimateguitar.com. I'll read that in a second, but it seems pretty clear, man. I'm going to read an excerpt. Though I too have endured fire, I wasn't wise enough to ignite the flame myself, but carried enough fuel for a flicker to excel. So, yeah, let me just read what Tim had to say. I didn't think he was going to mention what happened to him at first when I started reading this, but he eventually did. So he says the chorus for Shaped by Fire really sums up a lot of what's going on the album lyrically. To me, being shaped by fire is an easy to understand metaphor, so I felt like it's a great title. But beyond being easy to understand, you can definitely dig deeper. You can really understand the need for transformation, understand transformation as a painful process. Then he says, in the first verse of that song, I talk about how wise people know how to sort of refine themselves through that fire and change process on their own. Then the second verse shifts over to me talking about the failures and pain that I brought upon myself and the pain I brought upon others. And when I eventually hit rock bottom, I had no choice but to change. So, yeah, I like that. I like that, like I said, I haven't heard the album, but I'm glad that at least this song kind of addresses that. And kind of cool that, this is the title track of the album. The album is also named Shaped by Fire. So, yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. As I Lay Dying, this is going to be Shaped by Fire. This one's already catchy. Oh. Ooh. I like how they have lyrics. There's Josh. Oh man. Okay. I know this is a weird spot to stop, but I don't know. Like his vocals, Tim's are really quiet. I hope it's just the video, because I feel like they should be louder. I know it's not the headset because I've done hundreds of reactions with these things. But yeah, it seems kind of quiet. Banger so far. Let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Breakdown time. The time has come to watch the fire grow. This kind of sounds like Confined a little bit. Don't let the flames get low. Yeah. That makes me reevaluate. Wow. Whoa. I'm so sorry. I love that shot of Jordan back there just going off on the drums and headbanging. Yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, halftime tempo. Yeah. All right. Perfect As I Lay Dying song. Perfect metal song. That was awesome. As I Lay Dying. Shaped by Fire. Yeah, this one. I'm not gonna say this is the greatest As I Lay Dying song I've ever heard. Is it a competent and rockin' ass one? Yes. This one, I do like how they had their moment of that kind of anthemic kind of chanting that they do on some songs. Parts of this, I guess right before we got into the breakdown, it kind of reminded me of some of the riffage from Confined, from the Powerless Rise album. The claims from Josh were great. And what was kind of cool though? Something I did want to point out. Kind of seemed like a more low-key kind of solo. It didn't seem like a full face, like in your face, full force kind of solo moment, which I thought was cool. Maybe, I don't know. Something about this recording is weird though. So maybe if I listen to the audio track, it's different. But I don't know. Something just sounds weird, man. Anyway, this was an excellent song. Like I said, I don't think there's anything too different going on here from the last I heard of them, what was that, 2013 or something? But like I said, a competent song, awesome rocking song. And, I was kind of thinking as this was going, Shaped by Fire. Obviously, we heard what Tim had to say this is about, but kind of makes me think of the band's history also, just kind of musically speaking, and kind of taking inferences from being shaped by fire in 2019 to all the way from when they started. They've really refined themselves into what you're hearing here. And even though I did say that this is not anything super new from the last I heard of them, this is still a refined sound from what they used to be, which you could say sounded really raw. The songs were less structured. Not to say that that was bad. I love the older stuff too, but this is definitely the result of being shaped by fire and maturing musically, as well as tribulations in your life. And I just kind of thought that was a cool little thing as well. But yeah, excellent song. I still have to dig through the rest of this album. Like I said, I don't think it was necessarily and specifically because of what happened to Tim, and maybe subconsciously it might have been. But despite what happened, and I feel like he's done what he can to make amends, and he would have had to do that with everyone in the band as well. I'm sure they were very disappointed in what happened in order to make this record and get back with these guys. I'm sure even he had to work things out with them. So yeah, I'm happy that they made at least one more album together. I know that the lineup for whatever future album has changed some, so guess we'll see what that sounds like. But yeah, anyway, if you guys are still here in this video, thank you for taking the time out of your day to hang out with me, to rock out with me. If you have any other songs you want me to check out by As I Lay Dying or any other band, let me know in the comments. Again, if you're still here, I've heard every single song As I Lay Dying has before this album, so please keep that in mind before you make any request. But yeah, if you have any other songs you want me to check out, let me know in the comments. Thank you guys. We'll see you all in the next one.